Hello Pisces, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Pisces for the week of May 30th. Now Pisces, do keep in mind this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Pisces, I do not offer personal readings and I will not send you a message on any platform, so do not get scammed. Go ahead and let's see what we have here for you, Pisces. I am using the Psychic Tarot as well as the Kipper Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below. I also ask that you hit the like button and subscribe. Really does help my channel grow in a big way. But more importantly, hitting the like button does ensure that other people who may need to see these messages have an opportunity to see these messages. All right, let me make sure we're all set and in view here. We'll get right into it. All right, I'll go ahead and put the deck up here. Then I'll also take 3 of these Kipper cards from the Kipper deck. All right, so Pisces. Definitely like to see what I have, what we have here in the middle. You're the first person to get the Ace of Wands here showing up. One of my favorite cards, 2 or 3 cards to find in a tarot reading. But it looks like recently there's been something that has, how do I say this? There's been something here that has, I'm getting this energy of somebody maybe having dimmed your lights in the past, okay? And this has taken, somebody was, you were giving your power away to somebody else, or you were giving your power away to a situation here in the past. This is about to change very, very clearly here for you in the future, but there has been a situation here involving your solar plexus chakra, which is your power center. When you have a weakened solar plexus, many times it means that you are giving your power away. You are giving your power away to somebody else or to something else. And we'll talk about that some more. But right away in the middle of the reading here, in the overall message, you have the Passion Ignited. So this is the Ace of Wands. And I really like the illustration here on the card. And you can see that their flame here is burning in the close to the heart chakra and the solar plexus chakra there. And this is about potentially finding a heart-centered direction to go down, starting a heart-centered business, becoming an entrepreneur. The Ace of Wands is the best card to find if you're looking to start a side hustle, looking to turn a passion into a profit. It is sort of the spark of life to get something started. It is the best card to find if you're looking to physically start something. And so there is passion being kind of rekindled here. There's a fire being rekindled here, and you can feel it deep in your heart, deep in the core of your being here. And I'll be very interested to see what this might be around. For some of you, this could be a relationship for sure. For others of you, it may be something else. But in the past, we have the 3 of Swords, and which is heartache and loss, as well as the Power card, which is the Strength card. Okay, so the heartache and loss is literally, as it suggests, it is this sort of energy of having to deal with a heartbreaking situation. And if you've ever seen any other tarot cards, or if you've ever watched tarot before, you know that the 3 of Swords has an illustration of 3 swords going through the heart. And I'm getting very heavy energy of the sort of upper three chakras. So, well, not the upper 3, but the 3 chakras that I'm getting here are the solar plexus, the heart chakra, and the throat chakra. Those 3 energy centers are definitely kind of something that you're working on at this time. You may want to take a look at the solar plexus, the heart chakra, and the throat chakra after this reading to get some messages for yourself to read about them a little bit. If you are unfamiliar with the chakras, this deck has chakra cards in it, which is why I've been very much, the chakras have been coming in pretty heavily here in this week. But the thing is, the Strength card here, the Power card, is about your willpower. And, your willpower is your ability to get something done, but it's also your ability to keep driving forward. It is your ability, it is the deep reserve of power that you have within you to accomplish something or to keep moving ahead and moving along. And the thing is, when you give your power away to somebody, that reserve begins to drain. That well of power begins to drain. And I'm getting this idea here with this Three of Swords where there's been a power exchange. And this could have been in a romantic relationship for many of you, but I think also for some of you, this could be around a friendship or around another type of relationship that doesn't have to be romantic. You could have just given your power away to a scenario as well. Like you've given your all at work and you don't feel like you've been recognized adequately or appropriately or something like that. In the future, you have the Solitude card, which is the Hermit, as well as the Two of Cups here, okay? So what I like is we do see a progression happening. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 here on the cards, but then we also have 1, 2, 3, right? And then we also here have the number 8 into the number 9, the Strength card into the Solitude card. Situations are moving along for you, okay? You're figuring it out. The Solitude card can see you isolating, and not in a negative way, but purposefully taking time away from others, setting boundaries, and kind of communing with the universe, or even communing with your inner knowledge here. I think this is probably about inner knowledge, but knowledge is definitely implied here as you see the book on the card. And, you know, this can be a card in love situations where you're not, where maybe you right now prefer to be single. What's interesting is you have it here with the Two of Cups. What you could be contemplating is, which is the Spiritual Union card, what you could be contemplating is what does a true sort of soul-centered connection look like for me? You know, what do I need to do in order to vibrationally align myself to a soulmate, or you know, somebody who I have a deep soul connection with, or a divine counterpart, whatever label, could maybe a twin flame, maybe that's something that you're interested in as you see the flame energy here. Whatever label you like to use or whatever labels you're interested in, it's like for some of you, you may be taking time to figure out how you get on that vibratory level to bring that person in here in the future. And that could be what you're doing. If this is not about love for you, you could be getting in a new vibration around getting a soul-centered business started. So, or a soul-centered idea off the ground. Let's move up the pyramid here. So you have positive movement forward, which is the Eight of Pentacles. You have the Six of Wands. You have awareness. And you have suffering and silence. Okay. All right, so taking a look here. I definitely like these clarifications. Some of you will be in a period of, some of you are single or will be single here in the future. And it's because of something that happened here in the past with this Three of Swords. But you now have the Nine of Swords, suffering and silence, with the Solitude card, which are both cards of potentially being single. It doesn't always have to be, but potentially it is. The thing is, just know that there's always help available. Okay, there's always help available to you, whether that's in the form of therapy, traditional therapies. You know, many people, not everybody, but many people have the ability to reach out to a family member or a friend or somebody in your inner circle. Again, you can always contact a therapist, or you can even just know that you are not alone in the world. You are not alone in the universe. You can always reach up, and this is completely for free. You can always reach out to your guides and interface with your guides, get into a period of meditation, and get some answers from your spirit team. And that is absolutely something that is available to you. So just know that you're never alone. And I think you do know that because you're in this period of purposeful solitude here. You have this positive movement forward with victory and success. Both are very good cards for career, and it is interesting. It's almost like, you know, you're turning a challenging situation into a positive situation. And the thing is, if you have gone through something that was heartbreaking here, if you have gone through a sort of test of willpower here in the past, this has brought the successes into your life. You have you have viewed this as not a failure, but an opportunity to learn and grow. And that is bringing this Eight of Pentacles, which is a major energy of talent, but it's also a major energy of moving forward. You've brought that into your life here. Six of Wands is the second victory in the suit of Wands. It's a very, very good card to find in terms of you being publicly recognized or even just exceeding expectations. Definitely side hustles energy here or business energy here. Awareness is the Magician. That is the major card of manifesting. It's one of the major cards of law of attraction. But you can also see that this person is literally creating awareness and understanding that the universe is with them, behind them, right? They are connecting with the stars. And I think some of you could maybe even want to be doing that here in this week, especially if you feel like you're suffering here, if you are suffering, right? Let's go ahead and see what we have here. So you have Privileged Lady, Message of Concern, and Thief. Okay. Does not surprise me. Okay, these are challenging energies. The Privileged Lady in their detriment or in a negative light can be somebody who is a gossiper. In a more positive way, it can say that you're maybe living a life of luxury or you have the ability to live the life of luxury. But we have this here with Message of Concern and Thief, which are both challenging cards in the Kipper. And so it is almost like you found something out about this person. Maybe you heard, like, I'm getting this idea of like the rumor mill. Okay, the rumor mill is spinning. The mill is turning here, I think, for some of you. And then Thief is somebody who's a very challenging energy. It's a toxic energy. And so I do think that there was something here that you've learned about another person with this heartache and loss. And this is really, it's like maybe you've given your power away to somebody here. And again, it really depends on what situation you find yourself in. Okay, some of you this is romantic, some of you this is not. Let's go ahead and let's continue moving up the pyramid here. So I said solar plexus, heart, throat chakra. Those are the energies, the energy centers here showing up for you. So you have the throat chakra, you have the intuition card, which is the High Priestess. That's your energy many times, Pisces. And then you have this balance card, which is the Justice card. Okay, so first and foremost, there's good karma around you. Okay, the balance card is the karmic scales balancing out and tipping in one direction or the other. By default, it's a good tip in your direction here. And again, I feel like in this reading, I'm on your side. I'm definitely not calling you out in this reading. I will call you out in other readings. I have done that before. But in this reading, I do not feel like I think it's the other person's energy, that somebody has done something to hurt you here in the past, okay, with this heartache and loss and this power card here. And now that, especially because now we have these two, these challenging oracle messages as well. And so the thing is, the balance card says, or the justice card says, that at the end of the day, all parties will get the outcome that they truly deserve. And so we're not wishing harm on anybody. We are just saying that there's a natural sort of balance within the universe. There's a natural sort of equilibrium. And just know that. You can always take solace in knowing that as long as you are vibrating at the highest level possible, good things will come back to you. And the opposite is true. If you're engaging in lower vibrational activity like gossip, right, that can be a challenging energy. So you have this here with the throat chakra, which is you being restricted in speech, you giving your power away from somebody, you feeling afraid to confront somebody or talk to somebody or something along those lines here with this throat chakra energy. You have this intuition card as well, which is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a way shower. I many times associate the High Priestess with Pisces. If you go online and you look at the High Priestess, many people will associate it with the moon, but I like to associate the moon card with the moon, and I like to associate the High Priestess with Pisces. And so this is your energy showing up here. You're an extremely intuitive sign. You're definitely a sign that can dive deep, find the answers between the answers, find the answers within the stars, within the universe that are deep, that are hidden. And for some of you here with intuition and awareness, those cards come one after the other, the Magician and the High Priestess. That is major sort of energy of being a magician, or being like, that's magical energy, the awareness and the intuition card. So let's continue getting some messages here. So you can't even make this up. You have the solar plexus and you have the sacral chakra. Okay, so that is not one that I was getting, but definitely kind of makes sense here. So the sacral chakra is it's right up below the belly button. It can be your sexual energies. It can also be your creative center. With the solar plexus and the sacral chakra, both in different ways, you can derive self-worth from both of these chakras, okay? And with the sacral chakra in particular, there can be like insecurities that come forward if it is blocked, okay? If it is blocked. And I do feel like there's maybe like a clearing that may need to happen here, because just as I was reading this, I was getting solar plexus, heart, and throat chakra very heavily even before pulling one of those cards. And now that we have 2 of the 3 plus now a sacral, I would say that there's maybe a little bit of clearing that you could do. I'm not saying if you don't get it cleared, something bad's going to happen, but I am saying that like you may want to take a look at energy clearing methods. You may even want to reach out to a Reiki master, or you may want to enroll in yoga, or like take a walk. I know it sounds simple, or just like go for a hike can really help with your energy. And you may want to you may want to maybe experiment with some energy therapies or something along those lines. I've talked about solar plexus ad nauseum. It is your power center, and you have this power energy here with the 3 of swords, you giving your power away. What's at the top of the pyramid? You have emotional withdrawal. You are definitely moving away from the people that aren't working. This situation here, you're letting that go. The 8 of Cups is a card of empowerment for me. You can't see it in this illustration, but in other illustrations of the card, the person has their back turned towards empty cups. And that is ultimately a very good thing in their life, because they are walking towards the 9 of Cups, and in this case, you may be walking towards material and spiritual prosperity on the bottom. So this is what I have here for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. I will see you in the next reading.